Hey guys, just want to go over this first simulation of the restaurant simulation. This first section deals with market research, and as you can see right in front of you, what is market research? Well, it is learning about your customers. Okay, who are customers? Customers are people who are likely, as you see right there, likely to buy something. They're different than consumers in the sense that they are actually the people who buy something. All right, consumers are people who buy something. Customers are people who are trying to track. So market research is what helps us get them turn the customers into consumers. Okay, market research, as stated here, is the task, it's the effort, it's the actual doing of finding out info about your model as a business, the information about potential customers, which includes types of demographics that are available in your market. Market, guys, in a sense, remember it is like if Fort Wayne was a pie, each of us, whether it's our age, whether it's our ethnicity, whether it's our income, education, are all a different little piece of the pie. It's not like a traditional pizza where it's 8 slices. This pie is crazy. It has tons of parts of it. It is the hodgepodge of all pies. It's my kind of pie, to be honest. But that is what a market is. Okay. Well, demographics is one of the huge things that market research takes into place. And that is, again, think of the things that make you who you are, make you you, okay? Age, ethnicity, income, education, marital status, your race, that's what makes you who you are. Our other little things, such sub things like your health, physical traits, those types of things can make up your demographics, but there's subgroups, but the main ones are the ones you see right here. All right. Um, these demographics in market research results make us, after we do, I should say, the demographics through market research make us determine what are called target markets. Okay. And target markets is a specific segmented group of a market. And again, guys, think of the pie. If we were all different people in one pie, that's the market or all of us. The us is the pie. The target group would be if I was to zero in on certain groups of that pie. Why do we need market research? Well, the first thing is to determine our USP, not UPS, not the brown people, not USB in terms of I know what you're thinking. It is the unique selling proposition. What makes us unique based on what you want, what you desire, what you need, compared to the others that have something to offer. That's our USP. All right, what does X place compare to this have? Okay, the second thing on the business side, so the first one, got to make us unique to get you. Second one is, once we get you, why do we do research? So we can gain or grow in market share. And as you can see here, market share is a percentage of sales slash revenue. That's what it is. Sales is revenue out of the total possible market. So if you think of this whole green pie as being the people that are going to buy watches, the people that are going to buy steak sandwiches, the people that are going to buy athletic shoes, people are going to buy blue t-shirts. My company owns a market share of the total people that would buy that thing. Okay, so as an example here, if you see my little chunk, that would be an example of a market share out of the whole thing. Okay. All right, so with that being said, those notes should have summed up the first section. I mean, that's why we do it. We use market share, or we do market research um, based on to help us, um, you know, get information. We do that through primary data, secondary data. Okay. Primary data is, we collect it firsthand. That's surveys. That is, oh boy, different ways that we go about to get info. We do a poll, we do surveys, we do anecdotal notes, which means I'm looking and writing down things. That's primary data. Secondary data is that things that other people have done that we're just using. Most times it's the same thing, but it's already been collected differently. Okay. All right. So with that being said, we got a little math here that I know you guys were doing on the simulation. The example here, question 1 out of 10. A survey, example of primary or secondary data, by the National Restaurant Association found that 70%, 7 out of every 10, 70 out of every 100, 700 out of every 1,000, 70,000 out of every 100,000, 70%. That's what it means. A consumer said they are more likely to visit restaurants that are locally produced food, that make locally produced food. If the city has a population of 1,773,120, how many might prefer a restaurant with locally produced food? So we know the info. We have 70%. That's the number I'm working with. Okay, and the other number I'm working with is this. So you have to find 70%, the problem, 70% of 1773120, a big old number. How? Well, remember, we can set up for more proportions, and when we did it, we knew this. This, if we could put anything, would be a word of right here. So this of this equals this percent. Okay, well, if I was to plug stuff in the long way, I'm trying to find what this is, the of amount. So it's S right here. Where is it at? How many might prefer a restaurant with locally produced? That's saying out of this amount, population of, how many would prefer it? So I know that big old number 177,312 is about as good as some of my people's handwritings. And what other info did they give me? They gave me 70. In this case, you cross multiply, solve for x, or if you want to do it the super easy way, that way right here just shows you how it's set up. So that if you ever struggle with remembering percents or anything like that, knowing what number to use, this is the key. That word of, okay? Well, to do that, you turn 70 into a percent or a decimal, multiply that, and that would be 70% of this big old number. And that's what I got right here. So what would that look like? Well, don't know if you guys can see all of my screen, but if we take 1773120 on my calculator, multiply it by 0.7, because 70 is 0.7 in decimal form, that number would be 1,241,184. So the answer on this problem, hopefully you got to, would be that. Okay. Well, with that being said, guys, go ahead and finish up the quiz, finish up the reading quiz if you haven't done so. There'll be another video that will kind of help you go through the sim. I've also included on here, this is a picture of what the sim looks like. Please make sure you read this stuff over here. You have to go through the steps. Each of these simulations coming up deal with setting you up so that when you do the big old one by yourself, you've went through each of these steps to do it. Okay? Go through the steps. It's going to help you try getting the right answer, lead you into the simulation. So this first one is you're picking a location and then you're going to do a survey. Okay? Market research. So with that being said, guys, first lesson is market street research. For those who feel comfortable, get it done. I mean, not get this simulation. That is, you need to do that today. That's the assignment for this project. But once you're done with the first lesson, market research, move on. Do the next one. Videos will follow to go with each lesson on the simulation, along as with notes. If you need help, please message me or get a hold of me.